Howdy folks, and welcome to this Let's Play of PlanetBase, which I'm going to be loading the last save game for, which was save 36. So that should bring us back to where we left. Hopefully you'll enjoy today's session. So that's our current base. As you'll see, it's very central still here. There's a little bit of a rocky outcrop in the center. We've actually built our base around it, so we got now a circular, at least navigation option, so people can walk around. We will be expanding further into this area here to the northeast, I think. We've got a fairly long outstretched arm here in terms of power generation. Luckily there's no meteorites or such falling on this particular planet, so that makes that a little bit easier. Currently our population stands at 84, and we're doing relatively okay in terms of metals, which of course allows me to expand my power retention base and so forth. So let's again build another solar panel here. Let's build a larger one this time. And also another storage facility here. Okay, then I'm going to kick up the clock speed here. So in terms of bioplastics, that's really one of my shortcomings here. Haven't got enough capacity, I would say. Got a new dorm here. So I had a dorm here which was relatively heavily occupied. This new dorm is not that heavily occupied yet. I will be adding 1 or 2 new beds into here relatively quickly. So this is a medium-sized dorm and larger than the previous one. I think the previous one was a small one, which is really the starting one. So I had built a new canteen here recently, and I'll be adding an extra few items to there, so that will basically use up some of my bioplastics. So the trading ship has just landed. Let's have a quick look at what they got to offer. So we are in a pretty okay position here in terms of most things, I would say. I think I'm going to be trading away some of my medical supplies here, as long as the exchange rate is good, and it actually takes 60% commission at the moment, so that's not really a good exchange rate, well, commission rate, I would say. So one of the things I probably shouldn't have done is basically place these kind of structures in the center here, because really they're in the location where you can't really connect to them anymore once you were to remove the airlock here. So the only way to maintain them is through that airlock. So, okay, so that's the reason I need to have that airlock here. Okay, that's fine. That's fine for the time being. Right, let's build ourselves a TV here as well. Get our people entertained a little bit. Can't, unfortunately, not build a TV over there. There's 2 TVs side by side there almost. So my lab is there. My storage is here, a large one. I got another storage there, which is a very large one, and I got another storage here, which is really a medium one. Which is really my starting one. But it's at least it's close to where we got this food production here. And that food production here was getting to be overstretched. That's the reason why we built a new one over here. And then I built another one over here in the meantime, again because I just needed additional capacity to be able to support not only the original canteen but also this new canteen here. In the new canteen I'm gonna add, I think, 1 or 2 more of those food production facilities. Right, we're pretty okay again in terms of metals. In terms of bioplastic we could do better, but okay. Let's see what we can do to help with that. So at the moment in terms of processing plants we got 2, one over here and one over there. I've got 1 factory unit here, which is over here, where we actually are able to take in the various different components like metals as well as the bioplastics. One of the things I haven't got here yet though is of course a gym. So I think that's one of the next things I would like to build here. a nice, decently sized gym. Now, do I want to do it over there or maybe over here? I could do either way, I think. Just trying to find a good position here. Alright, I'll put it over. There. Okay. Running out of spares. Interesting. So we're producing microprocessors already, or semiconductors. Spares are still being produced, so we just recovered some. New ship came in, 35% commission. That's, I would say, extremely good. Alright. That looks like a good deal. 6 medical supplies, 4. What is on their side? Different numbers. Alright. Bioplastics. So for the purpose of bioplastics, of course, I need more of these rice paddies and so forth. So what I'm going to be doing, let me just check my water levels. My term in terms of water levels, looks like I'm doing okay here. I think one of the things I will need to build is actually a bit of a water reservoir. So water storage tank. Okay, that should be built in just a minute. It looks like there's a bit of a queue over here. So I'll basically have to build, I guess, another airlock in this region here if I can in a minute. What else can I build? I can of course build a robotics facility here. Let's build a relatively small one for the moment being. Multi-dome. Now of course we do have enough metal in storage here, so I can actually build a fair number of these hanging bars. Build a TV on the wall here. Want to of course have myself a drinks facility there as well. A nice thread mill. The thread mill is really built based upon bioplastics as well as metals. There'll be a bit more intensive use of bioplastics there as such, but that's fine. I do need to build that at some point or another, so why not now? So further building additional wind farm components here. Bioplastics is really my point of weakness, I would say. Looks like I got enough starchies for the moment being, I would say. That storage facility is relatively empty compared to this one here, which is relatively full. Probably because it's closer to this facility here. I might be inclined to maybe build a bar over here. That would actually help me in terms of getting my consumption of food up to a level that would support both. Do I want to build a small one or a medium one? Let's straight away go for the medium one here, I'd say. So connections to be built there as well. So robotics let's build a repair pad in there, as well as a construction pad. And like I said, I want to basically build an extra processing plant here as well. Let's go for a larger one this time. Running out of spares. If I were to build another airlock here somewhere, that would actually help, wouldn't it? I guess. So processing plant. I can actually build something else over here. What else do I want to build in this region here? What else do I need at the moment? Security control. Population 88. Now I think, yeah, I do really need to quickly build an extra oxygen generator. I probably should have done that a little while ago already, but okay, let's get that done. Let's prioritize that straight away, which then also would lead me to build an extra airlock, I would say. Alright, let's do that again. Oxygen. Metals. So we've built our bar here already. I'm not going to put anything in there yet until such time I actually got my oxygen generator up and running. Just because otherwise I might... Actually, there we go, colonists, additional ones incoming. Luckily only one person in there. If that had been more than one person, we might have been in trouble here. I did already have a multi-dome here. I forgot about that. Okay, let's build that exercise bar. It's only a single metal that's going to be used by that. Am I running short of metals now? That wouldn't do well, would it? No, that wouldn't do well. Alright, let's build ourselves an extra mine here then, if that's what we're seeing happening here. Another trading ship has arrived. 50% commission is not so bad. So let's get that showing the road and let's get the numbers up perfectly. 67 for the moment being. Yep. There we go. Exchange rate is pretty okay. It's not perfect like we said, but it's pretty okay. Running out of spares. Well, yeah, spares is one of the things we need to keep an eye on. We are still producing them here. Just not in the numbers that they would be wanting to use them by. Ooh, our bioplastics seem to be doing okay. Metal is not as well at this point, but once we actually get that mine up and running, that should be fix that issue. We should be able to see that new oxygen generator coming into use shortly. Alright, let's build these tables and so forth in here. Plus, of course, our drinks processing facility. With, of course, a TV to entertain our crowds. Not too big a crowd, but still. Cool. Perfect. The oxygen generator is up and running. New mine has been built, which is good. I think one of the new things I want to build here is another storage facility. Just looking at this one, this is relatively filling up. 55% at the moment. Power consumption is 3 kilowatt hours or kilowatts. Blizzard. Let's set our yellow alert. Let's increase the clock speed here. All of our people should be getting back into base. Looks like we will need some extra beds here. Gonna build more? No, that's really the max, which is fine. Blizzard, really cold storm, which is fine. Good and dandy. Right, storm is over. Which should of course mean that we can quickly get over this. Alright, what is next? Landing pad is there. What I probably want to build is I want to build around there, and I build another airlock over here to basically get quicker access to that. Or even better yet, build another starport. I guess somewhere around here. Maybe even the center here. I can still build around that as such. Okay, we've got intruders, so that means I need to raise my security levels to red. Do we have only a single intruder? It does look like it. Alright, let's kick up the clock speed again, or the game speed. Ah, another one detected. I thought we basically had taken care of them all. I mean, I found out differently. And shooting at sleeping people is not a nice thing, is it? My guard is losing his health as well. And he will have to go to sickbay. Unfortunately, we did lose 2 colonists. So in terms of population numbers, we are down to 91 now from our earlier 93. Or maybe even 94. So sickbay is treated. One of my people here already. Second and a third person here will be treated shortly. In terms of medical supplies, we are down to relatively low numbers. That's mostly due to the fact that we haven't got enough bioplastics, I would assume. So bioplastics is always a bit of a tight one, it looks like. If only I were to get this processing plant up and running. More colonists. more than welcome here. Perfect. Processing plant has been built. You just need to get that connection built, or at least one of the connections built, because at the moment there's not enough metals for that, it looks like. More colonists arriving, another 3, 2 medics. Alright, connection's been built. Allow me now to basically build here my metal processing facilities. Let's hope that that will suffice for the moment being. Nice. And a weapon storage facility right next to it. There we go. Should do the trick. Yes, we're running out of spares, but then spares will of course be on my short list of items to be built. So enough people in the mines, it looks like, which will actually leading us to having a decent number of ore. Trading ship has landed. Let's see what they can actually trade for in terms of commission rate. Pretty poor, so bye-bye. We're working hard on getting these spares built. They just need to be picked up from here. There's 2 of them in there. Achievement, Frozen Base. Century reached, which basically means we reached a point of more than 100 colonists. Now I do want to ultimately expand in this direction as well. So I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to actually build another oxygen generator in this direction here. There's a little bit of movement room here, it looks like, so I can actually choose where to build it. Does it matter really? Yeah, probably I want to build it down here. Right, looking at the clock though, I think it's about time for us to call it a day. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to save the game. I'm going to exit the game in just a second, but in the meantime, thanks again for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's session, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a good day. Bye-bye.